Comics in South Charleston, West Virginia. This, of course, the win and in round. 4 rounds of standard tonight. These players are both 2-1. The winner moving to the top 8. The loser might sneak in on tiebreakers, but they'll have to hold their breath and hope. My name, as always, is Zachary Evans. I'm joined tonight by Cliff Markham, who is one of our 3-0 and draw-in players. Cliff asking you a question that many people have asked before and will continue to ask, which is, what's the deal with that little thing Yen has? The answer I will give you is the same answer I give to everybody. It's called pouring. I believe it is from something called Ragnarok RPG or some kind of game.
Okay.
It is just a thing that he has that he likes.
Yep. Why not?
I know Yen well enough to know that he is not does not have any kind of mental deficiencies. He simply really likes that weird little thing.
It's true.
He knows we give him grief about it, but he still plays with it. So, in this battle, we got Michael Taylor on the right playing Gruul Aggro, which you can tell because he has pounded down 1,000,000 power creatures in his first 2 turns.
Yes.
He's playing against Yen-shyang, who has the aforementioned pouring, who's playing Midrange. His deck is mid-rangey, but more control-y, if anything. He plays all the Huntmasters, all the Olivias,
Yes.
all the removal, drag tusks and such. So, unleashed that guy, Rakdos Cackler with Rancor, and a Burning Tree Emissary.
No follow-up after the Burning Tree? Oh, no, wait.
He played the Rancor last turn, and then followed up with on curve Boros Reckoner. So a pretty good spot. That's what we call this, a pretty good spot for Michael. Yen has a Huntmaster.
Now, I'm assuming that later the game goes, Yen will be favored more.
Yes, he really needs to play 5 land. His 5th land in the Thragtusk here is pretty much what he needs.
That's true.
But yeah, the longer the game goes, the more likely Yen is to win.
Huntmaster, that works good.
Yeah, that works much better against the non-Reckoner draw, but Yen's still up against it here. Michael not playing his 4th land, so he's got all gas in his hand. If you attack here with everybody, you lose your Emissary. You deal at least 3 damage with the Reckoner and 2 tramples over from the Cackler. So you're looking at 5 damage here.
It's like a block. Yep.
And that's exactly what happens. So it takes 5, goes to 7.
But now that nice Rancor, well, he needs a green mana.
He does not have a green mana. But he is also the red deck and probably needs to get damage in when he can. The longer the game goes, he can only assume that when Yen eventually does find his 5th land, he will be playing that Thragtusk.
Oh, yeah. Me and Yen had, it's been a couple weeks ago, we played round 1 and went to time and draw. Oh, that's nice. That is very nice.
Choosing the sack a dude mode.
Well, that's the only option you have at that situation. You've got to get rid of...
You can up 1.
I don't think that's wise.
Look like a fool doing it.
Yes.
What about this? Just play another Reckoner. Magic is easy when you just draw a Reckoner off the top.
Yeah, that is also good.
I remember one time, it was weeks ago, as we see Veraska come down.
That's another way. That's another good move.
So for every Reckoner Michael plays, Yen plays a Planeswalker to vindicate it.
And +1 on Liliana? What am I discarding?
Core-Clan Rampager and a Farseek. So Michael's stuck on green mana. That was a perfectly fine discard anyway. But the thing here is that absent life gain, Yen is not out of the woods by any means. Michael has haste guys in his deck. If he does ever draw a green mana, he can suit one of them up with a Rancor. And the Rancor goes away. Yeah, so the confusion there is Yen was activating Veraska, Michael discarding to Liliana, but
so Michael,
it was going to happen anyway.
So Yen just discarded his 5th land, so either...
No, it's his 6th land.
Oh, is it? Is he hit 5?
Yeah.
Maybe I need new glasses.
Maybe.
It still amazes me how you can tell these cards.
I've done this a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's really become a talent because I was like, what is that? You know,
it is. Some would argue it's the least functional talent one can have, to be able to correctly and quickly identify magic cards on a live stream camera. I believe Yen has drawn Garrick Relentless. So he's just going to go with the triple threat, the triple tag team, if you will.
Yep.
Yeah, it was WrestleMania week last week, right? So try to get my WWF reference in there.
There you go.
I don't know. I don't follow wrestling anymore, but I did see that Triple H suffered second-degree burns from dry ice.
Yes, I did. One of my
so
coworkers,
that was funny.
My coworker was like, "Come in here, look at this." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Look at Triple H get burnt." And I was, really?
Skull crack, yeah. So, Yen, even with this dominant board state, is down to 3, so he's dead to a lot of cards.
Yeah. I was in a similar situation in the last round.
Here comes Hell Rider.
No, not Hell Rider. That's good. 2 in.
Doesn't matter, because Gork Clan Rampager makes it a 6/6 first striker with trample. And Yen is dead.
Yeah.
Well, it looked like Yen was able to... Yen was able to stabilize there, and he did an excellent job of stabilizing, per se. He only gained 2 extra life.
Yep.
And as you see them there shuffle up, he does have Deathrite Shamans in his deck, as well as Thrag Tusks. So he has plenty of ways that he can gain consequential life over the course of the game, and just could not muster more than the 2 that he did gain off the Huntmaster. So despite seemingly running out of gas and being stuck on green mana for the better part of that match, Michael Taylor's Gruul Aggro deck does get the job done and takes game 1 against Yen-Shang's Jun Midrange deck. As we move to the boards, Yen likely going to bring in more removal, as if his deck didn't have enough.
We're being corrected in the chat. It's WWE now.
You know, that's technically correct, but I refuse to call it WWE.
I agree, because
when I was an 8-year-old kid and Hulkamania was running wild.
Yes.
And as we all know, that's what Hulkamania does. It runs wild.
Well, it has to,
brother.
I mean, what else is it going to do?
I don't know.
I mean, it may get beat for a while, and then it starts shaking the ropes, and it comes up, and then it's wild. It's just running. So
I think it's just common knowledge that if you are a real American, you fight for the right of every man. I mean, that's what Hulkamania has taught us. Apparently, it hasn't taught us grammar because I can't say that correctly.
Yeah, well, it's probably just the education system here in Virginia.
Cliff, did you notice last week? Were you watching last week? Have you seen our picture-in-picture technology we now have?
Ooh, it's fancy. No, I did not actually get to watch last week. I was in Cincinnati. Went up and watched the Cincinnati Reds play. Yeah,
that's right. You, unfortunately, are a Reds fan.
Yeah.
And which I say that not to denigrate the Reds specifically, although I'm not a Reds fan.
No, you're a Pirates fan.
I am. But the thing is like I just not big on baseball anymore.
I still like baseball. I don't know.
Did you see the thing where Zach Greinke broke his shoulder, the collarbone?
Yeah, when he hit who was the guy?
Clinton.
Yeah, and charged. I mean, Greinke, you got to give him props though. I mean, he took that. That dude was a beast.
Someone on Twitter today said, "Well, there's no reason that guy should charge him out, but you got to blame Greinke for lowering his shoulder like that."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Are you kidding me? Like, what is his other alternative? Stand there and get punched in the face very hard?
Well,
run away like a little girl?"
If you notice, there was no punches thrown. There was a shoulder tackle.
Yeah.
And
then the catcher tackled him afterwards.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what baseball does. Baseball
So this unrelated Magic comment is from last night's whatever game, the Padres and the Dodgers. So the Dodgers pitcher, who's an all-star, ace, hits a batter with a full count in a one-run game in the 6th inning. So this is not an intentional hit by any means.
Yeah.
It's like the worst thing you could do is to hit this player. So as a result, the batter charges the mound, shoulder tackles the pitcher, and in the process, the pitcher breaks his collarbone, is going to be out forever. What Don Mattingly, who's the manager of the Dodgers, said is they should ban Quentin for as long as Greinke's on the DL.
Yep.
I would have no problem with that. I just thought it was crazy because you very rarely see, you see fights in sports, but you very rarely see like a player like that, like a huge money player, just get like, the last time I can remember even anything like that happening was when, it wasn't a fight, but like when Tom Brady got sacked in game 1 of the season, and he was out for the season, and it like ruined like so much revenue and all that kind of stuff. Of course, couldn't happen to a nicer guy, in my opinion.
Yeah, wait.
Patriots though. the dregs of humanity.
But I don't think they're going to be good this year. Welker's gone over to Peyton Manning in Denver. So I think that's going to be a combo to watch out for. But I'm a Bears fan, and
it's your problem, too.
It's a horrible thing to be a Bears fan because they're just...
I do want to point out, and this will be the last thing I mentioned about sports, Nasty Nick, old Nick Fiola from South Florida Magic Stream, mentioning that Zach Greinke has hit this guy 3 times in 3 years. Also, 4 other pitchers in the majors have hit him 3 times. He's the most hit player in the last 5 years running.
I figured that would be like Prince Fielder or somebody. But
just a big target.
Yeah.
Whoever the fattest guy is should be the one that's hit the most. So let's talk about Magic. What do you say?
One more thing. Did you see the meme that was put up on Twitter by the Dodgers, whoever takes care of the Dodgers feed? It was the Ron Burgundy, You Stay Classy San Diego. It was beautiful.
Oh, I have to look for that.
Yep.
So Searing Spear takes out the Unleashed Cackler. Untapped Stomping Ground leads to a turn 2 Emissary into Flinthoof Boar. In conserving his life total, he does have Dreadbore, but I think, is he going to use it now or is he going to pass back? You Dreadbore the Flinthoof here, don't you?
I believe so. I believe that is the play. Nope, he's passing turn.
What's he doing here, other than fondling his pouring? Rancor on my dude.
Yep.
That's the correct.
It's always good.
Ooh.
In response.
That's why you do that.
Yes. Maybe we're both bad players. And
I'd never want the claim to be good at this game. You're the one that's 3-0 and 1 tonight.
I think the only reason I'm 3-0 is because I did not play on camera.
And there's the awkward post-combat lightning mauler.
Yeah.
Which is not always incorrect. If he has something he wants to play next turn, like a Reckoner or something, it's possible.
Bonfire. Miracle Dice thing? Yep.
And a follow-up with a Deathrite Shaman.
I like Deathrite Shaman. I am playing 3 tonight myself.
That might have been a Bonfire the hard way, because it only got rid of the... And another reason not to Dreadbore any of the guys is the Dreadbore is one of the few ways Yen can effectively deal with the Boros Reckoner. That's not true. He plays Victim of the Night, but you just want to save as many Reckoner answers as you can.
There goes the Dreadbore.
And he's got Deathrite mana open, so he can effectively gain 2 for the most of the rest of this game.
Yep.
As there are 4 targets for the life gain portion of Flinthoof Boar. Give it haste. Oh, attack for 6.
Seems good.
Let's go ahead and gain some life, but drop down to 10.
I believe we took the stream off the chat into a sports frenzy.
Yeah, it happens. We were running strong on viewers tonight. We're up to like 110, and then like just one round, like we only had like 3 minutes between rounds, and it dropped all the way down to like 70 some, and then we're struggling now at 81. I never understand. I try as much as I can to advertise and whatnot, but just can't seem to break through anymore.
I went to a couple discussion boards and put some stuff out, and they had some good comments. Had some people check it out, but the administrators of those forums blocked the post and pretty much banned that account because basically what I was told, the title Zach sells Magic. They don't want anyone trying to sell anything. And I was trying to explain to them that you don't actually sell Magic
it's
anymore.
horrible branding, but in fact, I'm actually pretty militant about that. I don't ever have anything, not only for myself, but I also don't have anything for...
Oh, Burning Tree.
Anytime someone posts that on our Facebook page, I make them take it down. So, Michael potentially has run out of business. He is down to 1 card in hand. And Yen is going to Mortars the 1 creature. You might as well. Mortars is sorcery speed. Michael is playing the Rancor deck. You might as well remove them when you can.
Yes, and Lightning Mauler. I mean, you get
he's got Lightning Mauler is a good out.
Going up 2 life with Deathrite Shaman, always good.
Like, Yen should be favored in this matchup. Like,
Master. I think Yen is stabilized. It should.
oh, this game's over.
Yeah.
But, like, Yen has so much incidental life gain in his deck, even in game 1. But you have to draw it.
Another board?
We're going to give this one haste.
Nope.
Nope. So, I mean, we have a Skull Crack in hand. Skull Crack, yeah. No?
Oh.
Wow.
I've got hit with that a couple of times tonight.
I just figured he would, if he wasn't going to give it haste and attack in, I figured he just had Skull Crack left up.
Unleashed, though. Michael is definitely not planning on playing defense.
You're not going to win by blocking with the 1-1.
Go ahead. Saves damage. I've blocked with 1-1s all night.
Strong Kirk Noble. About 7 turns too late.
It is. Gaining another 2. Deathrite Shaman doing work this evening.
Yeah. Michael can seek solace in the fact that he will be first in game 3, though. Serving in with Thrag Tusk. No blocks from Michael. He's basically just praying at this point.
Yeah.
Yen going to go ahead and cycle Farsi because if it mattered at this point.
Having the proper mana never hurts.
I mean, what else are you going to do?
Might as well play it.
Loyal Legionist Battalion.
That's good. I actually had that played against me last round, and it really hurt. Especially with the trample and first time.
Yen doesn't care. And this game moves, or this round I should say, moves into game 3 as Yen stabilizes off the back of a ton of removal. And a Deathrite Shaman, I think, gained him 8 life over the course of that game, maybe 10. But more importantly now, Michael moves to the last game on the play with the fastest deck in the format.
It's pretty quick.
And if there's ever an instance where going first or second, wherever that disparity is more prevalent or more obvious, it's in this specific kind of matchup. A mid-range or control deck against, like we said, the fastest deck that I can think of. I guess the Naya Blitz deck is comparably fast, but both of them are Rancor, Lightning Mauler decks.
Red and White's pretty fast as well. That's what one of my friends is playing, who I played last round. And he can kill effectively on turn 4 or 5, depending on what draw he gets.
Yep. Yeah, there's some fast aggro decks in the format. Question in the chat from SpikeMo about what my opinion is on Ral Zarek. Well, obviously, if you followed I think that was the first spoiler card we talked about this week on the Facebook page, which of course is at facebook.com/ZachSalesMagic, and there is a button right down there that you can click to like it. But I like Ral Zarek a whole heck of a lot. I think a lot of people got focused on his ultimate, which is flip 5 coins, possibly take extra turns. And people are like, oh, it's variance and all this kind of stuff. And I don't understand why anyone cares about his ultimate, because his -2 is Lightning Bolt.
Yep.
And his +1 is untap something.
I do like to untap it.
And you also get to tap something. But that's not nearly as good because it doesn't have the Frost Titan /Tameo stay tap thing. But if you are aggressive, if you're playing like an aggressive, if you're playing like a flash deck, you play that guy, you tap down their blocker, you get in, you untap your land, leave your counterspell magic open, or you attack with something, then tap down something relevant, untap your blocker. Did I mention Lightning Bolts for free with -2?
I like it.
He starts at 4 mana as well, so he has 2 free, 4 mana and 4 loyalty, and he can Lightning Bolt twice for free.
The link is not on the new layout.
Oh, awesome. Well, I appreciate the heads up, but I know you haven't mastered the new layout. I think it's funny because they send you this email. We're talking about the new Twitch layout on their viewer screen. They send us emails talking about, oh, the new Twitch layout is really going to benefit you in this for these reasons. And then it's obvious all the reasons they list are things that benefit Twitch because they can run more ads. Like, it's not going to benefit us in any way.
That's true.
It's just going to complicate things, but it does mean more ad space for them.
I must compliment you on your clock management this match.
Oh, did I nail it?
He just called 25 minutes.
Oh my goodness, Adam Vickers would be thrilled, because I always say that my clock is for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
It's not official in any means. But he's like, but that one time, it's perfect.
Yeah.
You got to talk about it. He was watching earlier.
Where is Mr. Vickers?
I talked to Adam last week. He played last week. He did not have fun last week. I think he's just bored of Standard at the time, which happens. That's why there's only 24 people here.
Yeah.
That's just something that happens over the course of time.
Well, when it gets closer to a new set, a lot of people don't
Yeah.
want to waste the time, don't want to waste the money.
You get bored.
Yeah, and I mean, you just wait. You want the new cards, and you're seeing all these goodies.
Well, the format hasn't been solved by any stretch of the imagination. It has been figured out pretty well, and all the iterations of decks have kind of been, discovered.
Yeah, there's definitely no dominant deck. I mean, the closest thing you got is the Reanimator.
Yeah.
Right now, the Junkrat.
And that's only because of.
See,
Not everybody brings. There are cycles of
Yeah.
every construction format where people don't bring graveyard hate.
Well, the Invitational Qualifier we done a couple weeks ago.
Mhm.
You wasn't here for Friday, and I split top two,
Oh yeah.
and I didn't lose a game all night that I remember.
Nice.
And it was great. And then the next day I come in, changed one thing, put a little bit of a removal in the main deck so I could fight the ground seals, various things, and went 0-4 drop. Could not get any action going with the Junkrats. It was quite bad.
I'm wondering if there's some other. If anyone in the chat can remind me, I don't want to refresh my, or not remind me, but can check for me. I don't want to refresh my Twitch page because it will run another ad and then it will slow down my processor. But I'm curious if there's any other super large event that's being streamed right now, Magic-wise. I know Magic R&D had some kind of thing earlier today, but I didn't know if Michael Jacob was streaming tonight or something like that.
So we having Michael Mulligan down to 6 or 5?
I think 5. We will find out when he draws here.
Someone says yep. I don't know if that is to your question or not.
So Michael Jacob is streaming tonight? Well, then I won't feel nearly as bad about the...
Nope.
No.
Now, he could be meaning Michael Jordan as well. But
Michael Jordan might be streaming. Michael Jordan may potentially be streaming.
I think we're getting a visitor.
Max Turner?
Man in the booth.
Max Turner.
yeah.
Max Turner joining us from the 0-3 drop bracket.
1-3.
1-3.
Oh, did you get that one?
Did you beat Brett?
No, I beat Joseph.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
Van Delver can't match the blue-black control.
No, but Brett ate me alive.
What's he playing?
Red Green Aggro.
Oh, yeah. You can't beat that.
I won game 2.
Well, let's talk about the matchup here. We've got Michael Taylor on a mold of 5 with 1 land. With a Rancor Loyal Legion. Legion Loyalist?
Yeah, that seems good. I mean, why not?
Well, it seems good if that's all you can muster.
Yeah.
Yes.
Apparently he kept the 1 land.
Well, he molted 5 on the play. The fact that it had a land is pretty profitable.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe we're just having 75 viewers because our stream sucks and people are bored of it. I always fear that at some point will happen too.
Oh,
Maybe it's my horrible accent. They're just I can't stand this dude talking.
No, we've been down all night. I don't know. At one point, there was multiple weeks where we were up to 150, 200 people every time, but maybe they're tired of it. So anyway, Ash Zealot comes in.
need a second land.
Oh yeah, he's rolling
Legion
now.
Loyalist piles in
He's sitting
too.
on an abrupt decay there.
Maybe.
Something's coming up. He's got some business.
You abrupt decay the first striker.
Ultimate price, maybe? Or is it?
I don't think he plays ultimate price, does he?
I don't know.
He might play 1. No, he plays Victors.
Oh,
So take 2. End of turn. Nope. Not end of turn because he doesn't have mana, but...
Yeah. Apparently that's not a warning.
Apparently Yen doesn't have a fourth land. Oh,
That's a
slam.
tell. That's a tell.
Yeah, it is.
That's a tell.
Slamming your draw down on the table.
Well, the key,
not putting land.
the biggest tell that you don't have a fourth land is when you don't play a fourth land.
Yeah.
Maybe he's strategically sandbagging that land.
Looks like a... Oh, there.
So a second Ash Zealot makes an appearance.
Gain it back off of the Deathrite.
Abrupt Decay takes out one of them, eating the Ash Zealot with the Deathrite. No net change in damage. I need to remind Yen, I forgot to tell these guys that to be careful with the table because
Don't
of
slam the table.
Yeah, but I forgot that when Yen's on camera, he exaggerates all of his movements. So the Lightning Mauler makes an appearance. Of course, every card in Michael's hand is a spell.
I'm kind of sad to see spring and summer come because now we don't get to see these great jackets that Yen brings in, the overcoat.
No, those jackets never go out of style. It's always 60 to 5 degrees in the Matrix.
So Searing Spear almost has to come down there and take out the Vampire Nighthawk. Otherwise, there's no way Michael's going to be able to race that life gain.
Yen's just fogging him with the Deathrite right now.
Well, he's out of targets. Well, no, he's not. He's got one more. He's got his own Vampire Nighthawk he can eat.
Things are getting serious out there. Talking about stealing energy.
Oh, those guys have been tearing it up all night. Someone was listening.
Play next to the big roleplay group.
Somebody was playing like the radio or listening to like Pandora on their phone earlier, which was awesome.
Was it good soundtrack music?
No, it was awful. It was just awful because it's a public place, and I don't understand why you think everyone wants to listen to your music.
Have you ever been to a giant tournament where the guy wears the headphones inside out and like blares his music at you?
Yeah.
Is that legal? You surely could call a judge about
I'm pretty
that.
sure it's not legal anymore.
So Huntmaster makes an appearance. Here's a lightning mauler. Might as well attack, right? Might as well.
Don't you bring both?
I think, because he's just going to pass back here, flip and kill. Yeah.
That's my bad. I'm moving here.
Oh no, that's fine. Don't worry. I thought there was somebody over there trying to get our attention.
I'm trying to crawl through the wreckage.
Mm-hmm.
This game seems like it's slipping.
This game is, well, some would argue that this game was over when Michael had to mull to 5 on the play.
Yeah.
But certainly over at this point with a flipped Huntmaster, an active Deathrite Shaman with literally 1,000 targets, it seems. Literally 1,000.
So that was a big boar.
Yep.
Now it's a dead boar that fuels to life.
Yep. Get in a pretty good spot here. Can you just kill him with that activation? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 6.
That just seals it, I think, doesn't it?
That's the rub-in.
Yeah. Once you start gaining life against these red aggro
That's
decks,
just
it's
pain in the wound.
Yep, you guys got it. That was the one that... It was that Thragtusk.
Yeah.
If it wasn't that Thragtusk.
I mean, 20, yeah, he can do that. It looks like it's a skirt.
That's it.
Oh.
Sometimes Magic is in fact a game of variance. And sometimes your deck does
Brown
not...
had an argument with me about that.
About what?
During round 1, and how he wishes we should all have a pile of lands to play with every turn.
Yeah, you know what? You are the second person in 2 weeks who has come in here and talked about how Dave Brown has been upset about Magic being a variant format.
Yes.
Yeah. He was also talking to me about that after round
Yeah, he talks
2.
about that to anyone who will listen. As much as I like Dave Brown, he needs to get over the fact that...
He gave me the Wizards are a communist company that just wants to make money. That's why you're not
Isn't that
allowed
every
or something.
company?
I was like,
I'm not really interested in listening to anyone complain about Magic. It's clearly an awesome game, and sometimes you lose. Sometimes you lose, gentlemen.
Man, my head is huge.
Well, three big old boys in here. Let's talk about some spoilers.
These are cards I haven't seen.
I haven't seen any today either.
Well, a lot of the new ones we'll talk from today. We'll talk about next week because it looks like I didn't download all of them. But let's talk about Melik Izzet Paragon. He's a 6-drop. He is unplayable in Standard, but he is a pretty interesting commander card, I think.
Which means for players like myself, it's bad.
This is bad. I think he's a cool commander, though. Anytime, man, one of the most popular commanders in EDH is Riku, the card from the pre-con decks. Anytime you get free fork abilities, it's a lot of fun. This guy's also fun because you can like double your bonfire. Because bonfire is actually not that good in Commander because it says target player. It's not like Overload, which we talked about last round, is the best. Yeah. Overload is the best format, or the best keyword for Commander, but this guy's pretty fun. I don't know. I think there's promo art of him from either the pre-release or Game Day or something like that. But that was not very exciting. Let's go to the next one.
Game Day top 8.
Let's find another one.
So what is this about a foil planes?
Yeah, that's one of the promos. It's the foil planes.
Is it like old Ravagard or something?
I mentioned this yesterday on the Facebook page. I don't know if y'all saw it, or maybe it was on Twitter. I can't remember. But you remember they used to give away, I don't know, Emrakul, Sun Titan, Wormcoil Engine?
It's true. It's true.
Now you get Basic Planes and Zathrid Gorgon. And what else has there been? Just a bunch of bullcrap. Magma Quake? Who gives a rat's ass about Magma Quake and Zathrid Gorgon?
That's good, though.
Wormcoil Engine was a $20 card. Emrakul right now costs $35. And yeah, the promo one is crappy looking, but it's still, I don't know.
Was it Restoration Black Sun Zenith?
Restoration Angel, Black Sun Zenith.
Yeah, all good cards.
All these things like this,
Have
makes
you
me feel like
noticed
this.
the FNM promos are going downhill.
What's Farseek I really liked. I had to
Series
find
Spear was okay. Farseek was nice, but like Call of Conclave.
Nah. Wasn't the tower the
Reliquary Tower. That's for Commander, I guess. It wasn't awful.
Let's talk about this thing. Europe got Niv Mizzet and Electrolyzes. That's better. Oh, and Full Art Dorn, yeah. Well, that's for champs. Whatever. Let's talk about this one. This is the Azorius Champion. So, for those of you who haven't been with us earlier, there's only like 75 people watching, so I can only imagine you've all been watching since the dawn of time. But, so there's 10 champions, one for each guild, thematically in the new set. Niv Mizzet makes maze, and each guild gets to pick their own champion, and you go through the guild gate to get into the maze, and then you try to find in, and you get some kind of powerful something. I don't know
this.
because they talk about it on the mothership when they explain the thematics of it.
As if Magic wasn't complicated enough before choosing a champion and then going through a maze.
I don't know. But anyway, that's what this is. So Lavinia is the Azorius champion. So let's talk a little bit about her. She's a 5-drop, 4/4 pro-red. And when she enters the battlefield, detain each non-land permanent your opponent controls with converted mana cost 4 or less. I think this card is like actually pretty good. Maybe it's like just a sideboard card against aggressive decks, but like I don't know. And
It's so slow against aggressive decks, isn't it?
yeah, but I mean it's a card they can't beat. Like once that's on the board, they can't beat
Where's
it.
our core Firewalkers at?
I'm thinking Heartless Summoning might be making a comeback.
I think Voldemort will kill the key one at the end.
I don't know. Like this card's fine, I guess. It's slow. It was spoiled by Scandinavian Magic.
Nice. That's our entire contingency.
Not anymore, man. That's why we're down to 72. Those guys haven't been on in a while. Although, to be fair, they have to watch at like 3 in the morning, so I never understood why they watched in the first place. I appreciated it and enjoyed meeting them, but like, you know what I do at 3 in the morning? Sleep. I definitely do that.
It may be because we're getting old.
I'm old as hell.
How old are you? Let's
Take a
get
guess.
some ages out here. I was going to say...
Let's have the stream guess how old a man I am right now.
Yes, all of us.
Yeah,
April 12th.
April, another April baby.
No. Today's April 12th.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying as April 12th.
There's lots of lap in this room.
Yeah.
Everyone just knows how
There's a
old I
lot
am.
of men in this room.
Jonathan is guessing that Max is 29. That's way too high. You gotta be like 25.
25, yeah. Thanks for making me old, though.
People immediately know that I'm 32 somehow.
Oh,
It is on my Facebook. Like I know Nick can look on my Facebook and see. But
You should know Zachary Evans is 32 years old.
any guesses for myself?
you are 20.
You're 300.
20.
Ooh, I am 300.
28.
Ooh, that's gotta be...
I want to go 28.
No.
25.
No.
26.
No.
Are we low?
Yes.
33.
Exactly.
Yeah. Fat guy.
That's too low.
Yeah.
All right.
Too bad we ate it.
It's been absorbed.
Toss?
Yeah.
That's like the worst pop to toss.
Yeah.
For the record,
Well, there's not enough in here.
if you're going to throw a Papa Grocer, it should not be a Dr. Pepper. Or Pepsi.
So let's talk a little bit here. Let's talk about a real card for a second. Come on now.
Is this the one that gets a permanent back?
Yeah, I know this is in French, so if you'll just listen, I'll tell you what it does. This is, it's called Obsidat's Aid. It was spoiled in French, so there's not an English version of it.
There actually is an English version of it. Fire.
Aha.
One up.
All right.
That's why I'm in here.
I don't even speak French.
Now I will try to explain what the hell the card does. It's a sorcery, and it returns target permanent from your graveyard to the battlefield.
Yes. Awesome.
The key here is I said permanent and to the battlefield. None of this raise dead bullcrap. None of this only get a creature or get something permanent.
I think it actually says target omniscience.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so all I can think of when this card is spoiled is like building this 4-color monstrosity that just tries to draw a million cards and dump a bunch of cards in your graveyard so that you can cast this on Omniscience and also have the ability to unexpected results.
Isn't that what Travis Wu Reanimator deck was?
Yeah, Travis Wu
Travis Wu deck
has the biggest.
Yeah, because that goes
hard
right
for this
in.
card.
Yeah.
He's already pre-ordered 30 of them.
That's not even. He's like hundreds of them.
Yeah,
This card's really good.
I don't know why they didn't just put his picture on there.
they should have.
Debtor's Now was a good card. This card is way better.
This card's way better than Debtor's Now. Debtor's Now was only creature. I'm not making that up, right?
it was a permanent.
Any graveyard. It was an enchantment that cost 7. I don't know if I have any more. I don't know if I have any more spoilers. I can go download more.
We can make up our own spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah, hear about that.
Putrefy!
What about this thing? Heyo.
Spoiled.
It's nice.
Where'd you get my car at?
You're a liar. I don't know.
I was spray paint stick figure planeswalkers on my car.
Just the mind sculptor, just write it out.
It has a picture of the other side where there's like 4 guys rolling out the side with smoke pouring.
So, we'll just take a poll here. Let's go to magicspoiler.com. Just get some more spoilers.
Coming on ESPN.
We can go to ESPN.com.
How's Tiger Woods doing in the...
I'm very happy Putrefy got reprinted.
Yes, that's definitely in the colors. I would
Oh,
play.
Putrefy?
I think Tiger Woods is like 5 shots back or something.
How's that
He's
14 year
slacking. He's obviously like 1,700
Y'all talked
pounds.
about Ross Eric?
No, let's talk. First, someone asked about the new Bob thing.
Okay, the zombie, the 2/1.
This guy, Blood Scrivener.
You would draw a card while you are hellbent. You instead draw 2 cards and lose 1 life.
So they're expecting you just to be hellbent all the time? Yeah.
It does combo well with that,
Dang it.
at the beginning of your end step, discard your game guy.
You, sir, need a corpus mouse.
I'm a wild troll.
No, I don't, because there's something else I have to power up through this thing. So this is Blood Scrivener. This is what everybody's calling New Bob. The new Dark Confidant. So as Garrett was saying, it's a 2-drop, 2/1 creature that if you would draw a card when you're hellbent, you instead draw 2 cards and lose 1 life, which I don't think anyone's really concerned about that 1 life loss. This guy, of course, pairs very well with Sire of Tyrants, which is the 6/4, 6-drop that at the beginning of every instep, all players discard their hand.
How do you feel about the fuse mechanic?
I think it's lazy.
I think it should still be one side or the other. Like
I just think it's lazy design.
Right.
It's kind of like Blightsteel, which is just like, oh, let's just give Infect.
Yeah.
It's the same cards.
below to the set.
Yeah, but it's also Blightsteel should never be a card. There should never be one
never
shot
cared
There was a
robot.
Darksteel Colossus, and then he got the herb, and he likes to pass it on.
Yeah, but I think this guy is.
Max checking himself out.
Yeah.
I touched a Blightsteel earlier.
It's hair in my pants apparently. I don't know. This guy's pretty solid. Like I don't know if there's like a Rakdos aggro deck or not, but like this guy's really good.
There's still zombies, and there's arguably never been a good red-black zombie. There's
I like that Volraz guy,
Who?
or the Scar Stripe, the black green 2/2 guy.
Here's what Garrett was talking about earlier. This Rot Farm skeleton.
This guy.
Yeah, hold on.
Guy.
Yeah, so this guy, who's spoiled in what looks like either Italian or Spanish, but he's a Rot Farm skeleton. He's called 4-drop. Do you know what that means? He can't block. And then you pay 4, and then you mill the top 4 cards of your library, and then you put them back on the battlefield. Like, when I saw this guy, of course, like I always do, I'm like, well, would he fit in my Neoplasm EDH deck?
Right.
But like,
Yes.
yeah, I don't know if he's very good for standard though, because 4 mana is a lot to be. I don't think he's more efficient at putting cards in a graveyard than something like Grizzly Salvage or Mulch. And I don't really know if he's the kind of thing you want to be spending your turns getting 4 mana to put a 4/1 back that can't block back on the battlefield.
Eventually, there are cards that are going to rotate out, and there are cards like Death by Shaman and Jared Golgari Lich Lord that will eventually be standard playable. That card will go there.
We were talking about this earlier too.
So there's a day where Jared the
This-
Lich
Was that the flip coin?
Yeah, this guy's dumb. Like, there's this big thing on Twitter today about like half the people thought this was like awesome design and they liked having it, and everybody else just thought it was dumb. Because the card is dumb.
He can
It's
just kill
not.
himself.
It's not good, but it's fun. Like, I'll give you that it's fun. So basically, you pick a target at random and it does 2 damage. It shocks it. So that includes both players and all creatures. So he will kill himself a lot. But what are you gonna do? What was the other card you wanted to talk about?
The 2/2 black green guy.
2/2 black green guy.
Yeah, the scar.
Second regenerate.
Yep.
That guy?
Yep.
Varrols.
Interesting timeline for,
Oh, I think we just froze or something. Nope.
What's the timeline?
the timeline was this guy was spoiled, giving you a chance to pre-order him, and Putrefy spoiled. So good luck regenerating.
So, Varrols, the Scarstrike, the Golgari champion, 2/2 Troll Warrior. It's also a good name for a metal band, I think. Troll Warrior.
2/2 Troll Warrior.
Troll Warrior. Each creature card in your graveyard has Scavenge, equal to its mana cost. I'm not sure if that's any good, really.
That's good in Modern with like Death Shadow. Did you think of that?
Oh yeah, that's why Death Shadow like doubled. Well, I knew there was some reason that. I knew Death Shadow went up 800% in
And
price.
that's the 8/0 creature.
Force of Savagery.
I have those. You're gonna bank them.
That deck can't be good. It loses as long as you. It's like that deck is awesome as long as they don't play Lightning Bolt or Path to Exile or any of the targeted removal. So the guy's a 2/2.
This is a tense rock, paper, scissors game outside. You need to watch it.
What?
Apparently,
What are they doing?
playing rock, paper, scissors?
I locked the door, so
Continue.
Actually, I think I'm going to adjourn out there and talk to a few people. Maybe do a little trading.
You're for the drink.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know what those guys are doing. So this guy, so this is what Death Shadow, this was the card.
Yeah.
So Death Shadow is a 1-drop, 13/13, that gets -X, -X, where X is your life total. It's from, I think, Zendikar, and, or,
Scavenge 13 counters for 1.
yeah,
Right.
which seems good as long as they don't play any removal.
well, you also played him like that could be like a Jun Kiln Fiend, Emulating Soul Eater kind of deck.
It's opening.
Pairings,
Start.
top 8 and pairings coming up.
I won.
Yeah, someone in the chat mentioning that'd be pretty good with Vexing Devil.
Yeah.
Alright, you heard it here first. Modern will be dominated by Valroz decks featuring Kiln Fiends, Vexing
Right,
Devil,
like the Kiln Fiend, deck is popular
Immolating,
now.
Immolating Soul Eater.
This was the piece I was waiting for to push it.
Talk about the Mythic Azorius card, Meddling Age level 2. Oh yeah, it's like you name a card, they can't play it,
It costs 2 less.
and then it costs 2 less for you to play it. I don't think that card's any good at all.
That's good for Sinks' Revelation.
Great. Frontline Medic was great for Sphinx's Revelation. How many decks are playing that? Like 2 copies in like some Naya decks. I don't know. Like they print these cards and like, oh, that's a perfect answer to the one rare that's seeing a lot of play in Standard right now. And then you realize like that doesn't make a good Magic card. Like being really good against one card that's just like the flavor of the month.
It's a good sideboard card. Meddling Majors played, even if you don't get the benefits. Still a good card.
Like I even thought about like if you had some kind of like Perilous Mirror type card which you can cast for free, is it any good? I don't think so.
You don't have to play it.
Hmm?
You don't have to play it.
I will. You know what I'm doing this time that I didn't do last time?
What?
I'm archiving all the comments that people make on the Facebook page. So in 2 months I can show everybody how awesome. I remember distinctly, Fire Maiden Avenger got spoiled. And I said, this card isn't any good. I think you were on board with me on that it wasn't very good. And everybody's like, no man, this card's going to be awesome. It's going to be great and this stuff. 0 copies played in any tournament
So
ever.
far, the one I've whiffed on was Biomass Mutation.
I thought that card had potential, but it had to be very specifically in like a green like Elves deck or something. And there's just not enough. There's not a critical mass of dudes to make it good.
Correct.
Anything else? I don't want to talk about this.
So I lost one too and won. Because my 3-point opponent was very, very nice.
Oh, you lost and then scooped?
And then begged.
Well, that's very nice.
But I just heard her win a pack, so.
She won a pack. Awesome. Yeah, you know what's funny today? I sat down to do the stream and the first person went on and said, hey Zach, did you get a new shirt? I did get a new shirt. This is a new polo shirt my wife bought this week for me. Because I am like a 12-year-old boy and my wife buys my clothes. I don't buy clothes, but then as I get fatter, or in some cases get on a health kick and get very small, I have to get new. We down the top 8?
We are.
I'll just come out there and pick somebody. You don't have to worry about it.
You're playing Brandon?
Booth. Playing Booth? I didn't even know Booth was playing.
Brandon Booth. He borrowed a deck from Max or something.
Oh, yeah.
Alright guys, I'm going to take a break here, step outside, and I'm going to find you your top 8 match.